Welcome to Get to Know the Speakers of Digital Confex. Today we have with us Anjali Dutta, PP, Head of Digital Studio, Tech Mahindra. She will be joining as a speaker on the topic cybersecurity in a connected world, protecting what matters during the third Information Technology Confex happening in New Delhi on 23rd August. Hi Anjali, welcome to the chat show.
No, thank you so very much, Ayush. It's always lovely coming to your event and also, learning from a lot of, esteemed guests. They come over and they speak about topics. So looking forward for this meeting again.
Thanks, Anjali. It was a pleasure to have you in our conference. So, please give us a brief introduction of yourself and your field of expertise for our audience.
Sure. So Ayush, I always say, right, I take pride in connecting the left brain with the right brain because experience to me, it's not technology or creativity in isolation. Experience to me is a combination of both technology and creativity, right? And it's strategy at the core. So that's what I am. That's what defines me. I think 22 years in the industry, connecting the creative and technology together to create some meaningful experiences. What I think I'm champion at, and I think I enjoy doing.
So nice to hear your expertise and also how excited are you for our event?
Oh, very, very excited. I think I have pre-booked it, right? So because again, as I said, right, it's always interesting to come over, meet a lot of people with a lot of experiences. And I think now it's a time when we have to listen more from others, right? And also share a little bit what we know. Because listening more actually helps us, do two things. One is that we validate our own thought process, right? And we second is that we keep upskilling ourselves because the world is changing so very fast, right? I think we can't sit in our comfort zone and then just think that we are the best in on this planet, but that's not true. Things are changing very, very fast, and the more we learn, the more we engage, the better we are. Yeah. So that's my expectation for this event again.
So moving forward, I have a few questions for you today. My first question is, in the age of AI, how are attackers evolving and how must our defense strategies adapt?
Okay. Yeah, so great question, I think. And I've spoken about this in the past as well. I think whenever you have a new innovation coming in, right, for all positives, there are all negatives also that happens at the same time. Because I think it's always interesting for humans to always, find some complicated situation and find a solution to actually solve it. Now, and that's valid for both, right? People who are from the security side preventing attackers to attack, and attackers are also the people who are now more intelligent and they have some smarter tool to really fake the world around, right? So it's getting increasingly very challenging. It's very concerning as well, right? This new technology is opening a lot of opportunities for hackers to fake, right? These days we are seeing a lot of fake messages coming over, fake voice bots coming over and so forth, which are actually impersonating a real individual, and you are getting very challenged and stressed about it. uh, but while that is happening, I think the government is also figuring out solutions. IT champions are also figuring out solution how all the industries can be empowered and they can be uh, more safeguarded, right? That's what it is. And we have a lot of things, predictive analysis, and a lot of things are actually helping uh, us to track what would happen tomorrow, right? And since we are getting increasingly global and boundaries are not anymore there, right? I think if we can access information about what is happening in a different area, and the same can actually happen the other area as well, right? So you can figure out the patterns and solve it for that.
I think, as you told regarding predictive analytics, my question is, what are some promising examples of predictive analytics or machine learning helping to save lives?
Oh, as I said, right, there are multiple areas where these smarter technologies are really helping. Today, I think, and I'll speak very human, right? I think both you and me and many of us, right, really get challenged when we make a phone call, go to a hotel, and somebody says, "Hey, I don't know you," and then you say, "Excuse me, you need to know me because I come here always," right? And then you expect the other person to understand how you behave, what you like, what you don't like, and so forth, right? So, which is again a personalization, but again, there's a pattern the way I'm behaving, and I want brands to understand that pattern and surprise me. right? That's very important. Now, your question predominantly how it is making life better and how it is saving life. There are multiple examples. Example number one, as we were talking about, cybersecurity and digital security, right? About digital forensic predominantly, if I may say, right? These smarter tools, AI, advanced machine learning is really help us do better predictive analysis, right? Events you can identify, you can also predict, right? What has happened in one location can happen other location. Thirdly, you can actually figure out, what you call it, large data, right? Can be reviewed, analyzed very quickly with these kind of smart tools. It's very difficult for humans to actually collect so much data, which is happening in the new digital world, right? Because we have several touch points, right? A single user is using multiple platforms at a given point in time, right? So you have to really analyze what's happening and then figure out what can be prevented at what point in time, right? And so forth. Now, if I switch gears and talk about other things like, TV, television, entertainment industry, right, is completely relying on that as well, right? You need to figure out what people like today, what their likes would be tomorrow, how you have to tailor the communication, right, and entertain them differently. So predictive analysis really help there, right? Then we talk about dynamic pricing, right? Today, we don't want to we always have this belief, right? I use your, brand so much, right? You need to give me discounts, or if I'm a first time user, what discounts I would get. I'm a recurring user, what should I get, and so forth. So this dynamic pricing is also a very interesting factor. Only can come in because you have these tools telling you about how consumers, what consumers are doing at what place, right? And so forth. Because it's a very interesting topic, right? So hence I would like to speak about it a little bit more. Education industry, right? Huge impact on education industry. There was a time when we used to really wait for knowledge to be available. We have to go to libraries, hunt books, read. Well, that was a lovely thing any which ways, right? That there was a glamour with that as well. Waiting in a queue that you will get a chance to get into the library and then figure out a book, read it, right? And sit somewhere and then so forth. Now we don't have to do it. You get a lot of information on digital platforms. Everybody is willing to share some information that they have, right? So it's complete education is, I would say, democratized today in a true sense, right? It's just you need to have internet and you need to have some, some device to actually connect and talk to individuals, share what all you know, right? So huge impact there. And even how kids are getting educated, right? How people in remote locations, how they can access information and get quality education. It's possible today. Plus, I can really figure out, as we say, right? Every kid is different. Every individual is different. Their learning appetite, their learning cycle is different as well. Can I tailor my style of education? Can I tailor my style of providing information as per that persona, as per that individual's need? Yes, definitely. Definitely, I can do it with these smarter tools, right? Which was not possible earlier. COVID has actually taught us, right, that we need to be extra careful about our body, our health, right, and so forth. Now, this predictive analysis, smarter tools, right, are actually helping us predict what potential challenges we might get. What are new diseases that can actually come over, right? And how you can pre-prevent them, right? As we say, right, precaution is better than cure, right? So that is possible in true sense today.
And I think you covered already major examples of the industries, I think, of how predictive analytics is helping to save lives and how it's evolving very rapidly. So my next question is, how is the role of CIO evolving from a technology enabler to a strategic business leader in the face of digital transformation?
Sure. So Ayush, that's a wonderful question. And you can see I have this wallpaper today because the world that we live in, right, we have to handshake with the robots as well. So you can see human and robots handshaking because that's the world we all are in today. And we are maturing towards, much more smarter integration between human and robots, right? Henceforth, if that is what it is, right? The CIOs also have to get matured in terms of what the true human experience means in itself, right? And it's very interesting to see that they have already, they are already on that journey, right? So CIOs more are today strategists, then not only fixing some technologies problems within the organization. They are understanding what customer experience means, what employee experience means in true sense. They are also conducting design thinking exercises and so forth, right? So their role has matured from typical technology, I would say, driver to a technology enabler, and now to basically more strategic in nature as well, right? So that's what it is. And they are also playing very important role in terms of guiding the board, and also partnering with the CEO and sometimes CMOs as well, right? So which actually helps bring the omni-channel experience, right, to life, right? When brand ends to communicate meaningfully with the end customer, right? Not through one channel, but through all the channels, right? And that's what we always wanted, and that's actually happening today, right? So I think that's the answer to the question.
I think you explained very nicely the role of CIO, how it's evolving. So I have some rapid fire questions prepared. So my first question is social media detox for a week, yes or no?
Oh, yeah. I have always said that there should be a day, not day. There should be also a few hours in a day, right, as well, where you are absolutely away from your phone, right? Because that's a time when you really have to think about your own self, right? In fact, thanks, Ayush, for asking this question, because somebody else also asked me similar, that Anjali, can you suggest one book that somebody should read? And I said, simple answer. And that was a rapid fire question as well. I said, you need to read your own book. Your own book is actually combination or accumulation of lot of things have happened in your life, right? All thicks and thins, all celebrated moments, all sad moments, when you have moments where you have cried, where you have loved, where somebody did not understood what you wanted to say, and there were moments when people understood and appreciated and clapped for you, right? That book has to be actually written. That book has to be read. That book has to be understood, right, by yourself first, and then the world will see it, right? So I think that is a
Fantastic.
digital detox.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful digital detox, I would say. So Instagram, LinkedIn, X, or TikTok, pick one platform to rule them all.
One platform for me, see, it's specific for every individual, right? To for these days, I think for me it is LinkedIn.
So any one word reaction to the metaverse?
Metaverse. One word reaction for metaverse. Amazing.
So what's your secret to staying creative and motivated in such a fast-paced environment?
See, I can't claim that I'm very creative. I can only say that whatever I have done, or whatever I would love to do as I proceed in my life, in my career, is to always be connected with my team, because the team on the ground, right, they are exploring, doing things, right, every day. And if I'm not with them, I'm not real. So I want to always be with them, experiment, challenge them. They challenge me. There is always fun there. And I will be very authentic, right, throughout my life. And that's what I want to do.
Thanks, Anjali. It was great connecting with you, and I am thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. So, any words
Thank
for
you.
our participants who will be joining the conference?
If you don't join, you will be definitely missing something, right? Please come over, join this event. I have attended few events in the past, and they were, full of knowledge. A lot of great people were coming over. They were sharing true ideas and true stories, because that's what matters, right? The authenticity of the true stories, right? So please come, enjoy the event, listen from amazing individuals, amazing leaders, right? Thank you.
Great. Thanks for your time today, Anjali, and to all the participants. Don't miss your session happening on 3rd IT Confex on 23rd August in New Delhi. Get a great chance to connect with us in person. See you soon, Anjali.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ayush. Really appreciate it. Thanks.